Test, test, test. There it is. There it is. Okay, I think my audio. There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. I was just explaining how everything's out of whack. My camera's all zoomed in. We're all overexposed. We're going to fix that in just a moment. Poor Scott Wennerstrom. I said it and I was muted, but yes, it is the trucks. How did you know? How did you know? And, oh, because the board, you guys, all you had to do was look at what was being hosted. Anyway, you guys can hear Robby, so that's good. We are here at Lime Rock Park with the chicanes in the big badass NASCAR trucks. So we had a little meeting at the end of the last race for last year's Hotlap Humpday, and we decided that, and it was really the BMW at Sebring that exposed the flaw of our thinking, or Shaun's thinking. And what we wanted was cars that just don't belong together. Are you not hearing me, Robby? Now Robby can't hear. Now
No, I can hear.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out why. Never mind.
So yes, we decided we wanted to have just wacky combos. We wanted cars that didn't belong on certain tracks. We wanted smaller tracks so that when we got to the race, we'd have a little bit tighter competition, and to keep everything going in the name of Hotlap Humpday. Also, this season, some of the events are going to be fixed setup. Today, I left it open. I don't think anyone's going to have a whole lot of clue as to what to do to the truck at Mid-Ohio. I'm sorry, at Lime Rock. There are a handful of truck setups available, so I'm starting off with the Mid-Ohio, which I'm not sure it'll be a great setup for this little track, but it should get us going here. So if you want to join us for Hotlap Humpday, we are in the hosted section on iRacing. The password is Ricmotech, and you just need to have Lime Rock Park and the truck. And I guarantee you, next month will be no more sympathetic on you. Next month, you might find yourself, I don't know if you watched the promo, you might find yourself the Lamborghini at Volusia. Who knows? It's going to be crazy this season. I do promise you that. I was thinking about I might even make us do the figure eight.
They have a figure eight now?
Yeah, at Irwindale.
Oh my God.
I actually did some testing this morning, and I did the Legends at Wild West Motorsport Park, which was very interesting. They work. They'll get around the track.
Oh, the Legends at okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was a little too squirrely, but that is what I actually have already written out like probably 20 possible scenarios that I was going to test out and make sure they worked. So first things first, you got to make sure that they work. So like for today, I had to make sure that there were actually some road setups for the truck, and that the truck wouldn't just be like left turn only on a right turning road course. All right, if you want to join us, please join us out here on track. We are at Lime Rock. We're in the hosted section, hosted by Shaun Cole. The title of the room is Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday, and the password for the event is Ricmotech with a capital R. And just to let you know, we are keeping a lot of the same format of last year. So each edition, each month, third Wednesday, Hump Day, we'll have our event. Each month, there will be a winner determined by the fastest time in qualifying. So right now we are under practice. It's about 12 minutes left in practice. But the real fun happens when we switch over to qualifying. That's when qualifying scrutiny will be turned on, and the fastest lap in qualifying will be the event winner for the month of January. Ken Estep, baseline is failing. I am on the Mid-Ohio. I noticed there was also a setup for Coda, and there was one other. I can't remember. There was at least one other. So I know there were at least 3 road courses to choose from, and I went ahead and started off with Mid-Ohio based on elevation change. I think was the biggest factor. Maybe the springs would be right. Slinger Speedway has a figure 8. Awesome. Andrew, you should say, Andrew, you're the one who inspired this combo when you picked the late models at, I can't remember where we ran them. feel free to send me suggestions on Discord for what you think would be a good wacky combo. All right, I see we have a few drivers out here. Myself and Robby are here, obviously. Kenneth E-Steps here. Andrew Slissen's here, and Tony Morano is here. I cannot confirm or deny that, Joa. F1's on a dirt oval. Yes, Leo, we might be doing such craziness. I literally, if you watch the promo, I took the GT3s out at Volusia, which you want to hear some traction control make some noise. Take a GT3 car out. Even if you turn it down to 1, it's still going nutso. What day is it? It is Hump Day! Rude boy, how you doing? The Road and Plate League does combos like this. I'm not familiar with them, Andrew. You seen the reflection in my glassy eyes? What are you saying? What are you implying about my glassy eyes, Joa? That potentially is quite the accusation. Joa, are you going to get out here in the trucks? Are you going to show us how it's done? I almost put us at Mossport, because one of the greatest things I ever saw was the NASCAR trucks at Mossport. There's one race in particular where they're bumping and banging for the entire last lap of the race. Right on, Scott Wennerstrom, get on out here! Ah, so you guys run on Thursday night. Gotcha, gotcha. I didn't know you had a second league. Well, I'm about ready to turn a lap. See how this wheel combo works. I have a round wheel in a box back there I could probably pull out pretty quickly. Like there's only 1 or 2 things stacked on top of it. Gotta love seeing the window net and Robby's screen. And, oh, you know what? Let me make sure we're watching Robby. Hold on. Yeah, we are. There we are. That's Robby.
I don't know why my paint job is weird.
I was just gonna say, are you?
I have no idea. I had a trading paint like a carbon fiber.
You look like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I don't. Those are not any colors I would be probably caught dead without paying a lot of money for me to drive.
Look what we do to poor Robby. All right, I'm going to adjust my camera real quick before I go out. For some reason, we're super zoomed. Let's see. If you only had a new Magic button plate to put a round rim on. I know. You know, sometimes that mail department, they're running the Xfinity cars at Spa tomorrow. That sounds cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, wrong camera. Let's see. Where is Shaun's camera? We're going to try to fix that. Video. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Configure. Zoom this out. There we go. And I feel like we're a little exposed. I feel exposed, people.
Rick?
Okay, that looks better. That looks better. Alright, let's turn some laps, people. I see Wennerstrom has made it out here. Thank you, Scott. Leo's out here. Oh, yeah, so I started to say, so same thing as last month, or last year. Each month we'll have a winner based on the fastest time in qualifying, which starts in about 8 minutes. Then we'll have a fun race. That's going to be our format all season long, no matter what the setup is. And then at the end of the month, we will have our invitational once again with winners from all 12 months. And in that final event, we will actually switch to a race format instead of the normal Hotlap Humpday format. And at the end of the year, we're going to have a Simpit prize bag of unknown value at the end of the year. So to be determined still. But yeah, we're going to do Simpit. It'll be some Simpit merchandise and maybe a few other things thrown in from the studio here. for the grand prize at the end of the season. All right. Time for me to do some damage. I'm going to run the setup. I'm going to run in the Mid-Ohio setup.
I started with Sonoma, but I've already changed it so frickin' much it ain't funny.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that was another one. It's Sonoma. Alright, I gotta get my wits about me. Where am I? Lime Rock. Okay. This thing has power.
Yeah, all I'm doing is fucking drifting, dude. But it doesn't stop, so don't try to do that with it.
No, Tom, that is not the password. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It really wants to turn under braking, I tell you. Whoa, late. Password is Ricmotech. Hi, Ken.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Very well. How about you, buddy? Oh, that's gonna be a cut. Yeah.
You got it right in, give up that card.
Oh, too bad, rude boy. Yeah, it's a motion rig. Robby's in one as well. Oh, I'm going around. All right. Oh, get out of the way of Tony. All right, that didn't feel too bad. I want to get my Delta screen on. What button do I have mapped to that? there it is. Someone accused me of using a different wheel today than normal. I'm not sure if the fact that I don't know where I have a button mapped is any proof of that or not. I am not saying. Let's see. Let's go with sessions optimal lap. Yeah, that'll work for my Delta. All right. Let's see. I want to just double check our timing. So yeah, practice is going to finish up here in a minute and a half. Am I going to get a hard... I knew you guys are going to give me a hard time all day, aren't you? I can go get a round... all right. I'm going to get a round wheel. All right. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry. John, yeah, we probably will have some Ricmotech prizes in that package as well. But instead of it being just Ricmotech bucks, which just kind of sets you up for having to, like, buy a bunch of stuff, we're just kind of, we're lightening things up a little bit. It might not have quite the same value, but it'll have immediate benefits, you know, Simpit shirt, Simpit mug, maybe a Ricmotech hat and shirt, who knows. I'm working on pulling it together, and I hate to say it, but it might even be affected by turnout. So if we get really good turnout for the year, then I can probably allocate more prize to events, if that makes sense. I hate to say it like that, but I think that's fair. If we get a really good turnout, I will make sure we increase the prize pool. If the turnout's light, well then probably be like a Simpit t-shirt and mug or something. I think that's fair. Is that fair? That wasn't too much work. Now Joa can't give me a hard time. Now Tom can't give me a hard time. Alright, so we are officially under qualifying scrutiny now. You have 1 hour. You got a full hour. Plenty of time. Get a lap in. Leo, no, there is no wing to add.
Yeah, right. No shit.
Let's see, what button?
I don't know why these colors are so jacked on mine. Oh well.
My buttons are all out of whack now. This wheel doesn't have as many buttons. Alright, I know I need that. Alright. Is that right, Andrus? Okay, so Andrus, in all fairness, until today's event, none of that was my, I'm not absolving myself of responsibility. But, none of that was my department. If you contact me, I will try to get a tally. If you let me know, I will try to make that all happen. Things have changed over the years and how we've handled this. I can tell you, John Hill said, hey, are we going to add some Ricmotech prizes? Yeah, we just might. But I can tell you that this year, at the end of the year, it's on me. I'm making sure everything's happening. I'm keeping track of all the winners. I'm planning all the events and pretty much doing all of it. So I will take full Oh, Robby goes around. I saw that.
Yeah. All right. Don't raise that track bar.
All right. We got to get a lap posted. Hi, Maxwell. What's up, buddy? Oh, you're pissed because I haven't fed you. I know. Andrus, are you getting out here? Man, this thing's totally... This wheel is in... Alright, yeah, cool. I need to raise my dash or something. I can't see over the dash. I'm a blue-haired granny driving and with this round wheel is really big. I don't have that mapped. Alright, we gotta get that mapped. Oh man, no one... This shirt's old. This shirt is so old, and it's been on like 3 adventure rides with me. It's a really good shirt for riding under my... It fits well for under my gear. Which makes it even worse of a shirt for anybody. No, nobody wants to win this shirt. I will buy you a... I will buy you a shirt of your choice. We could do that at the end of the year. If you don't want a Simpit shirt, I'll buy you any t-shirt. I'll buy you a Hot Wheels shirt. Alright, let's see here. Scott Wennerstrom's in the pussy wagon. Oh, this is much more comfortable.
What's that?
I went to a round wheel. Amazing how much the right tool for the job does it.
What? Risky ass vehicle.
I love these trucks. They're just one of the coolest cars in Sim, in my opinion. They just sound so cool. They're solid, sure-footed. Oh, as I put it around. Oh, I hit the pussy wagon. No! Goosed it down the hill and looped it. Oh, the truck is an evil, evil thing. Alright, if you are watching the stream and you're thinking, man, those guys look like they're having fun out there in those trucks at Lime Rock. Well, come on out. You should join us. Look for Hosted Room. The title is Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. Password is Ricmotech with a capital R. As long as you have the truck in Lime Rock, you're eligible to be out here having fun. We have 1 hour to post our hot lap. The best lap of the day wins the event. After that, we will have a fun race for fun. Just for fun. Whoa, whoa! SNK, now when you ask me that question, to be fair, my job is testing gear. Which means anytime you ask me that question, I'm gonna have a different answer. So it's not like a what am I loyal to answer, and I'm not saying that for any reason other than that's a reality of this rig here. Today I am on I'm on a total Moza setup today. So I'm on Moza CRP2 pedals, I'm on a Moza R12 bass, and now I have the ES rim on it. Too many gear shifts. Late. Hitting all sorts of bumps because I'm late. Ow. I'm doing it the hard way. Smoking the tires. Alright, let's get a good lap in. Turn. Whoa, too much swing, too much. Whoa, we're going around. Yeah. Oh, once you start that pendulum, it's a little hard to stop it. Alright, let's check in with the leaderboard and see how things are looking. Anders Slissons, I see he's sitting P1 right now. Indeed he is. The only driver to break into the 59s. Anders Slisson, 59.704. Leo Dragata sitting P2 with a 1 minute, 0.5. And Tony Morano back in racing again, sitting with a 1 minute, 0.7 in third place. I'm going to have to pick it up. I'm going to have to pick up the pace. Just going to have to feed the dog. Getting into turn 1 is tricky with speed. Alright, we dropped another position down to 4th. What did we do there? 1.00, 1 minute flat, 0.8. We're getting there. Got a full second to drop still, but I think we got a lot left in figuring out the grip. I'm liking my paint job. Let's see if there's any change on the leaderboard. We're 15 minutes into our 1 hour session, 45 minutes to post a time, which means if you're just getting home late from work, you want to head out here, you can. Look in the hosted section for Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. Password is Ricmotech. And I'm in 4th. Tony dropped another half a second, almost got as fast as Leo. Robby posted a 1:02.6. Oh, I know one thing we haven't done. I am probably running a ridiculous amount of fuel. Who knows? This thing might need the fuel to hold the ass down. But let's go ahead and do it. Let's see here. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Can't adjust fuel. Well, stop thinking about that then. Just make sure I'm not losing my mind here. Oh, we could crank up the steering ratio.
I don't see any adjustment for fuel.
No, I don't either. Okay. Did you adjust the steering ratio?
No.
I know.
What's that?
Like it can slow down the steering on it. I just remember back in the day when I'd run these cars more often. I just put it to 14. I'll let you know what I think.
Slowest.
I put it to 6, Sean.
You went the other way?
I'm gonna take that as
normally.
Steering ratio? Oh.
Wow, it sure softened the steering up going to 14. Wow, okay, that...
Okay, it is always a full tank in the truck. Okay.
Wow.
Do they run races too short enough to not need to fill? Is that what they do on them?
Say that again?
Oh, I was just wondering, they're saying you can't, the truck always has a full tank, so I was just wondering, do the trucks just run single tank length races? I don't know what they've done to that series. Yeah. They do, okay.
Well, they've never had stocks, to my knowledge. Okay, that. Tried moving those truck cars. Did you go with 6 or 14?
Oh, 14. Well, I'm such a weird driver. I don't even notice things. I just drive differently. And I'm like, no, it feels the same. But I'm just driving differently, too. I just don't know if I sped up or slowed down. I did what the car asked me to do, that's all. Ooh, someone went faster than Andrus. Goosted trying to stay ahead of Tony. Dang it. Yeah, you don't think you ever pitted in these? Okay.
No, I don't.
I guess we always, when I've run them in ovals, we pitted for tires, not gas. You just had enough gas for the whole race, I guess, now that I think back. Alright, well, one less thing to think about. I'll tell you what, when there's nothing to think about on the setup, then I just drive. Not that there's nothing to think about. This thing's sloppy. I really, I feel like it needs to be dropped to the ground, but I'm a little concerned about the bumps and the chicane. I would like...
Dude, I have gone with my own setup here and did that. Dropped it.
Uh-huh.
Not that bad. I'll share it with you if you want to fuck with it. But it's on the ground, neutral. I just went like, what would I do if I went to a road course?
Right. Yeah, it seems like it's really loose, so let's tighten it up. Let's get as low as we can until the bumps are tearing our fenders off.
So I can put a little, I think I can put some more rear in. Hold on, let me see. Add some toe to this bitch.
There's no short layouts of Sonoma, are there? You want me to farm truck it, Joa? Oh yeah, I was gonna try out your Sonoma. Sorry. Garage shared. Okay. Let's try this out. Oh, it gets up the hill better.
setup hump that I did, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it's much better than what I was using, I think. Whoa. Not faster yet, but it feels better. I'd rather race it. Is that not faster?
Not, or it is?
It is, but I'm not, I mean, it seems so much better, but my lap time was not.
You haven't capitalized.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
I got
like, just seems more aggressive ability. Yeah, Joe, yeah. Well, and I was, truthfully, when I was putting combos together, there were quite a few that were either, like, for example, hard for me to test for whatever reasons because they were so unrealistic that it, like, there weren't setups or you couldn't make it work, or a tire stagger in a couple of cases that couldn't be removed. And then, like, I thought about it, and I'm like, well, a lot of the oval cars that have road setups obviously are raced
I feel like
on the
it
road.
needs a rear sway bar to it, but man, you gotta be fucking so careful
And you can't touch the gas.
putting that on there.
But I can tell you, like, I can tell you a few things I tried out, though. I ran the mini stocks at a tiny, tiny little course, and we almost ran that today. And it was like, oh, you know what? In a crowd, this would be crazy. We will definitely be running some form of wingless open wheeler on a dirt oval, for sure. We will, I haven't figured out which one yet. We will be taking a car that does not belong in the dirt and running it either on a rally cross or at Wild West, for sure. We will be running the trucks, the dirt trucks, on a road course, for sure. So, I guess you could say they're gonna get a little wackier. All right, 30 minutes left in qualifying. That is 30 minutes to post your best lap. Who's sitting on top of the board now? You guys see it because we have our live standings up there. I don't. It's Andrew Slissons who got back on top, so it looks like we have a bit of a dogfight between Andrew Slissons and Leo Dragata, just going back and forth with Andrus getting the better at this point. 59.448, just flying out there in these trucks. Leo right behind him, 59.6. Jack Fletcher sitting P3, and Tony Morano P4. Do more free cars and tracks. Yes, I will do my best. But leaves us very restricted in many cases too. So what I will try to do is, to some extent, always try where I can to pick cars and tracks that are known. So I think that 9 out of 10 people who race oval own the trucks, one of the trucks, and I think that 9 out of 10 people who race on the road own Lime Rock. So I felt pretty safe with today's combo, for example. Not everyone, but I think, again, most people. They're also both some of the oldest content on iRacing. You guys, I have a dog who's upset with me, so I'm going to take a quick break and feed the dog, stretch my legs, and then come back and see if we can better that. I'd love to drop into the 59s here, you guys. So we'll do our best. If you want to join us, get on out here. Password is Ricmotech. We're in the hosted section on iRacing. Under hosted, you'll find a room titled Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. Password is Ricmotech. You have 30 minutes to get your best lap time in. And if you can beat Andrew Slisson's in a 59.171 now, oh, how are you going to beat that? I don't think you can do it. I think you might as well not join. There's no way you're going to come in here and beat a 59.1 unless you think you can. Come on out here. Password is Ricmotech. All right, Joe is asking for a story from Robby. I'll be right back. Oh, I don't think Robby can hear me. I have my mic up. I always forget you can't hear me when I'm my other mic. You're not on the same mic as the stream. Robby, I'm gonna step away real quick, feed the dog, and stretch my legs. And I was telling everyone that, and Joe was like, "Well, tell Robby to tell us a story or something." So I don't know. And then no pressure. I'll be right back.
You guys want a story? Okay. Well, I guess get ready to get kicked off of YouTube.
Maxie, it's your turn. Come on, buddy.
It is a bit boring without Kevin here, isn't it, guys? All right, you guys want a story? So Scott Harrington told me a story about this racetrack one time. It's not about me. This is all secondhand, so I don't know if it's true or not. But so Harrington is running there in the beginning. He's running with Paul Tracy. Apparently Paul Tracy's dad was quite a character. Anyway, long and the short of it, I guess they were running whatever they ran, their Canadian cars, maybe Formula Fords or whatever. Something happened that Tracy's dad got in a fight or argument with the crew of whatever reason and was supposed to leave basically. And instead of leaving, Scott said that Paul found his dad spying on him down in the creek. So after turn 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5 there off to the left, Tracy's dad was down there. He wouldn't leave, and that's where he chose to stay and watch Paul from. So I thought that was kind of an interesting story. And it's interesting how some of us have some very interesting fathers that do some interesting stuff. So hold on. I just don't like the way I'm driving. So anyway, that's a story about Lime Rock. I hope everybody heard. I have got to find some speed at this joint. Oh my God. Okay. Not my bitch. Yeah. Do you guys think these tires get worn out in 2 or 3 laps, or do they need more time? Anybody got a idea on that? My open wheeler was my favorite car to drive on Pikes Peak. I was lucky enough to drive the Group B 405 Peugeot, which was pretty awesome. Quite honestly, that's the only car that ever actually scared me in my life, and that thing was literally like, it put the fear of God into me absolutely every time I got into it. But the fastest, best car was the open wheeler that I designed and built at a Speedway. Thing was just awesome. It had downforce like you can't believe. Chevy engine, 2-wheel drive. Quite the thing to drive. I still think it was faster than the Peugeot overall at Pikes Peak. Maybe not in a rally situation, you know, just gravel roads, but for Pikes Peak, it was better. You can actually get on YouTube, if you do Pikes Peak in my name,
Okay.
you'll get the
Almost back.
well, in-car, I guess, for lack of a better thing, on that Pikes Peak run for the open wheeler. It's actually pretty cool. Hey, Zoe. Jesus.
Okay. Got some more go-go juice.
Yeah, I
You're
am
sitting
too.
P6? 5. Okay, I'm back. Oh, hold on, baby, hold on. Jeez, I'm out of control.
Yeah, the Peugeot was quite a lot of fun. That was a that was a very wild car to drive. And I'm pretty honored to say I, got to drive one of those Group B things, and they really should have been outlawed. Those cars were stupid fast. I mean, just absolutely stupid fast. That car.
Not exactly the best place for stupid fast.
That car did stuff, dude. 4-wheel steering, the rear would turn. Really had to. It had a button on the steering or on the shifter. If you hit it, it depressed the clutch automatically. So. You couldn't shift without a clutch, but they actually had a button so the clutch happened without you.
Oh, wow.
If your foot was under the clutch, when you hit it, it'd break it.
Oh, my.
Like the pedal still moved.
Right.
Boom, boom. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
When they filled the car up, now Pikes Peak, 12.5 miles. My fuel tank was 1.5 liters.
Oh, so
1.5 liters.
Finishing on vapor?
It ran benzene. Pure.
Oh, it always
benzene.
was on vapor.
Pure benzene.
Oh my
God.
They
had to have. There was one team of guys that had hazmat suits. Their job was to fuel the car. The rest of the team had to go 30 feet away from the car when it was being filled up.
Damn.
And then I got in it and drove it. No shit.
Crazy.
That's how toxic that shit was.
They
had to have Forest Service watching that not a drop of it got spilled on the ground. They spent $8.5 million to run 2 of us, me and Ari Vatanen at Pikes Peak.
Wow, that's insane.
The stack of spoilers that I came into, just front spoilers that they were like, we might use these up, was as high as the ceiling times 4. We each had 2 stacks.
Damn.
the night from qualifying, you know, I'm used to I qualify. That's my car, you know?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I got it ready. I got it right. Don't fuck with it. This is what I'm going to race.
Yeah.
No, they rebuilt the whole car. Whole car. Everything except like the seat was brand fucking new, dude.
Oh, wow.
Clutch, engine, tires, axles, tranny, half shafts, fucking everything.
That's scary.
Everything. And then they take you out there in the middle of the night, tell you to run up and down a freeway and say, okay, we're good. Run it tomorrow. In French.
Oh, wow. You're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was cool. So I showed up there and I get there and I roll in. Oh, God, I got so many stories about that trip. Okay, I'll give you the best one. For starters, I have to pick Jean Todt up at the airport. I'm 18 years old, right? I'm 18. I got to pick Jean Todt up at the airport. He wants to meet me. I pick him up. He doesn't want to go to the hotel. He wants to go straight up the mountain. Okay. So up the mountain I go. And, you know, Pikes Peak, you start out and it's paved from the gate to the start finish.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't know, 3-4 miles or whatever, that part. So we get through the gate and now it's a 2-lane paved road, right? I mean, and there's traffic because it's not early in the morning and shit. And, you know, through the body language and shit, I can tell this guy wants me to push it, past these pricks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I pass the guy here, pass the guy there, and, you know, kind of pass the guy here, whatever. Not too crazy, right? But pushed a couple times, definitely passed a couple people not in the okay to pass place. Fair enough? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I pull up to the fucking teams at the start-finish line. I pull up, team boss, Jean fucking Todt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one, the one that ran Ferrari, son of a bitch. And up pulls a guy that decides he's fucking pissed.
Uh-huh.
And screaming at me, yelling at me.
For passing him?
And, oh yeah, he wants to fucking call the cops. He wants me arrested. Holy shit. I'm like, fuck, I got Jean Todt here. I mean, normally I'd be beating this fucking guy's ass already. We'd just be duking it out. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Oh, shit. I almost get arrested. Literally. I mean, dude, I got to talk my way out of being arrested at this moment. That's how it was a whole fucking deal. And that's right. You know, I mean, I just picked up my boss.
Right. Yeah, I'm just doing
And then
orders.
He doesn't faze him. He liked it. He thought it was funny as shit. He wants me to go up the rest of the mountain. Oh, it was too much. So anyway, that was kind of how that started. So then I go over to my shop, and they rented a big shop and shit. And there's a dude. I mean, it's like a fucking F1 team, right? There are more little French guys running fucking around and engineers and laptops and shit going on than you can even shake a stick at. And I'm used to, like, you know, you show up with a couple sets of wheels and you race Pikes Peak.
Right.
Like, I got like two trucks full of wheels and tires.
You're like, what is this, a NASCAR event? Indy?
Yeah, dude, like Michelin is showed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, live and well. Like, okay. So... But my guys are all pissed off. Yes, like, you know, I can't hear them. I can't understand them. I don't know what they're saying. I just can read the room. So I asked, I get a dude that's my, you know, interpreter guy, whatever, my little babysitter, right? You know, tells me everything. And
Slow down. You got a penalty?
I said,
We're
what's
cutting the
wrong?
cord.
And he says, oh, don't worry, they're not mad at you. Because they don't like the coffee. I'm like, what? Yeah, big deal. Real big fucking deal.
Right.
They don't like the coffee. They don't like American coffee. It's shit. It's shit. They think it is shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I leave. I go to a coffee store and I said, hey, dude, I got like a whole bunch of fucking French fuckers in town. They really pissed off at the coffee. you know, what can I get them? Now, mind you, I'm 18 years old. I got to jack off my dog to feed my fucking frog, right? I mean, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't got nothing. And they said, well, get this. And I buy one of those cheap Mr. Coffee espresso maker things. And, you know, this coffee, okay. This, that. I spend $200, which is so much for me.
Uh,
And I'll never forget that $200,
uh-huh.
like 230. Go into the shop, put all the shit on the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't talk to any of these guys.
Yeah.
Whatever. Leave the shit there, come back the next day. You know, fresh coffee beans, a little grinder. You know what I'm saying? A little
Everything they need.
deal. Yeah. What they need, figure out. Turns out I didn't know how to use it. They did. I didn't even have to tell them. They were. I come in the next day, dude. That was the best $230 I ever spent in my whole fucking life.
You're a hero?
Oh, you have no idea.
Well, coffee to coffee
all
people.
of us, dude, all of a sudden they want me to beat Ari. They're telling me how I can beat him. Just push him. He'll wreck. You can do it. Giving me, like I started, you run his setup. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
it. You run his fucking setup.
Oh.
Right? There's no questions. By the time we got done, I was running on my own setup. And actually, he was on my setup because I was much better at setups.
Uh-huh.
That was actually what I was good at. But yeah, those guys were so good to me. I mean, it changed the attitude of the whole team. It was so awesome. Yeah, it literally, like, again, and it was a hard thing. You know what I mean? Like, how's a lot of.
I can imagine. I did a lemons race. Well, I did a bunch, but I mean, in the first time I camped at a lemons race, like just did my own camped in the car routine. Well,
right.
you know, coffee's super important to me. So, like, if I'm packing up my car, like, coffee is going to be treated seriously no matter where I am. When I did my moto adventure, like, I'm carrying, like, 80 pounds of gear total for 10 days. Coffee was a priority, right? Like, I don't mess around with it. Anyway, so, but it was like, 6 a.m. in the morning, second day of the race, and I brewed coffee. And I brewed it. Like, not just, like, but, like, poured over grinds, brewed it. And, like, 5 people came by smell alone. Like, what do you got going on over here? And it was like, yeah, but racers and coffee, man. It's no joke.
Yeah. Well, and then the French.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit, dude. Like, it was a whole. Wow. It was. Wow. I couldn't believe. And what a difference in my relationship with the team. Like, it really did change significantly the whole relationship. My experience. So I go up there. So I get this ride. I'm 18 years old, dude. I meet him the year before I'm in my open wheeler that I built, I put together. My open wheeler, Votnan's with Peugeot and Cancunin. They're up there. They're racing. They'd been up there 2 years. The first year, I didn't get to know them too well. It was Audi and Peugeot racing each other. Well, that last year, so 87 or 88 with my open wheeler, I'm up there and I just happened to be in the same group that Peugeot was in for practice and shit. So, you run up the hill, you stop and you wait, and everyone comes down, you go up, you know what I mean? That's what you do every day. So I ended up with a lot of time talking, just in between those runs, standing there, and I had Votnan and Cancunin who just happened to be around me a lot.
Uh-huh.
So I talked to them, right? What do you think? How about the road? They started picking my brain. Is this normal? Is it loose? You know what I mean? Stuff like this. So I started getting along with them to where I had a pretty good, I felt good enough to go talk to those guys after a few days of practice, hi, by the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, got some socializing going. I'm running my own car. I got a little podunk thing, and it's a big old deal. And Audi and them have this big old fight. And Audi's just as big. I mean, it was fucking F1 showing up at Pikes Peak all the way around. And so basically, I hit it off with them. Okay. So I win my class, my race. They win theirs. I'm third overall.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, like, it's the two Peugeots and then me. And so I even outrun a couple of, like the Audi. One of them broke, but I beat a couple of those cars, right? Some of the Unlimited out of my class. And I was in a class. Long story short, I bumped forward a couple months, or, race is done. It's late summer, and I kind of get into it with my old man, kind of a prick anyway, and he tells me that, you know, I said, I think I should try to get a ride at Peugeot. I said, they were nice to me. Maybe I should ask them for a ride. Oh, there's no way they'll ever hire you. They wouldn't hire me.
Oh, well,
So if they
there's...
wouldn't hire me, there's no way they'll hire you.
Yeah.
And I said, and it just fucking pissed me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? So,
That can't be the answer.
right, and actually I'm 17 at this point, now that I think about it, because I was 18 in the Peugeot. This is the year before, so I'm just a 17-year-old kid. Fuck. But it pissed me off. There's no email, there's none of that shit.
Uh-huh.
There's a typewriter, and you write the fucking letter and you send it. That's how things happened in those days.
Yeah.
So I write out this fucking letter. My mom helps me type it. To Jean Todd, dear Mr. Todd, I would really be interested in driving for Peugeot at some time. If there's any possible way to, yada, yada, yada. Right? It's whatever I could do, the best I came up with when I'm 17 years old.
Uh-huh.
Dude, like fucking a month later, I get a response. And it dropped me. I was like, holy fuck. We would, from Jean Todt himself, dear Mr. Unser, we would like to Peugeot Auto Sport, blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
Would like to make you a formal offer.
No kidding.
Yep. In the 405 TB, blah, blah, blah. The car number 2 with teammate Ari Vatanen for the 1989 Pikes Peak. We'll pay you $10,000. I mean, fucking, a whole fucking contract, basically.
Wow.
Oh, best day of my life, walking into my dad's going.
Yeah, what did he say?
How's that?
What did he say to that?
Say a word. it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said yes. They'd fly me to France. I'm 17 now. Now this is like late October, right? You know what I mean? Fall time, end of the year, right before the new year. It's not like they're building new cars or anything. Like these cars are, that's what they are.
Uh-huh.
They're the B cars. That's it. They've done a couple things now. They've made their own aero package for Pikes Peak, and so so this is the first time they've actually taken the B cars and they're going, we're gonna make some parts that are just for Pikes Peak. So we need you to come to France. So 17 years old, dude, I fly to fucking France by myself to Paris.
Uh-huh.
And went and tested for 4 days at Michelin's proving ground in fucking France.
Damn.
That was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And so Michelin's, this is a massive fucking proving grounds. Massive, 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 dude. Thousands of acres. Like a road course that takes 20 minutes to make a lap.
Uh-huh.
Is on this ground.
Yeah.
Oval, road courses, jumps.
Wow.
Up and down. You know what I mean? Like every road condition, every asphalt condition, blah, 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 blah. And then you go to the middle is the rally track. And that's just where there's nothing fucking built. A bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in the middle, and there's a shack. And it says, rally route or course or whatever fucking French thing they have. Route, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the little rally area. And a fucking board on there. And I look at the board and it has the time, the last driver with the time, and it's like the record break.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So my dad's on this board,
Uh-huh.
back 4 years prior to me being there. He fucking came there apparently and set the good time. So if you go there and you can beat whatever, and you can see the time, the track record, and you have to beat that fucking A. And I can say I left with my name on the board. It was cool as shit. I mean, and the one I fucking took off was Walter Roll. It
Oh,
said
wow.
Walter Roll, then it said Robby Unser. Yeah.
Damn,
So
that's
went over there.
awesome.
Yeah, did that, tested that for like 3 days. Came back and went up to Pikes Peak and did an open test with them at Pikes Peak. And now
There's the flag.
in
It's
France it
over.
was one thing. There wasn't anything to hit. There was no cliffs. You were in an open field. You had fucking pylons, so it was pretty easy. There was no fucking fear. The car jumped off a few times, you know. Yeah, you just let it go and
Uh-huh.
figured out then how to fucking get it back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it was an easy thing to learn. All of a sudden you're in Colorado. That motherfucking nothing but trees
Yeah.
and cliffs. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And this thing is, I mean, you think I'm white now. Fuck, it's whiter than my gloves I was wearing when I get out of this thing.
Mhm.
And it was really cool because I didn't realize it till after, but the reason I got the ride was Vatanen.
Uh-huh.
Vatanen himself told John Todd, any driver that can drive a two-wheel drive car the way that kid drove it deserves a chance in our car.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay? So that's what got me the ride.
Uh-huh.
So we're up there, and Ari, first ride in the car, Ari gives me a ride. And he goes up there, he's driving one-handed, poking me, grabbing my leg, jerking around, throwing this thing fucking backwards going up the road, all of this stuff. I mean, it was just fucking amazing. And I'm sitting there going, if you go off the road with me in this fucking car, I swear to God, you will be dead by the time we stop rolling.
Yeah.
And that man's ability to this day, dude, freaked me out in a way that nobody else ever has.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm really fucking good in a lot of ways. But what this fucking man did in that car,
Uh-huh.
and that's his car.
Yeah.
The rear steer, all that. You know what I'm saying? That was his baby.
Yeah.
It truly was beyond anything any one of us could ever fucking.
Like, is it the best thing you've ever seen, really? I mean, in terms of driving?
It was beyond that.
Wow.
It was something that I didn't think was possible.
Right. Oh, that's so cool.
Okay, I mean, seriously, that level.
And this is all
And
kind of
dude,
still
I've
in your,
been
like, introduction phase to it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been with the fucking some of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's not like don't know
Right.
driving and shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on that list.
Yeah.
What Vatanen? Oh, dude. 6-time world champ. I mean, holy fuck. And it was that. It was that. It's like, wow. Wow. And he taught me the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Biggest thing was our last day of practice. He took me up every day. We rode up together, and he said, "Young Unser, today is your last day. I realize you are smarter than you have let on to be. You are now my competitor. We will race." That's what he told me. I was like, okay, well, I guess the free ride's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great. One of the greatest men I've ever known. Best drivers I've ever seen. Just fucking unbelievable what his level of talent was.
Right.
Was just, dude.
Oh, that's so
Whoa.
cool.
Yeah.
Tony went around.
So yeah, so there's the Peugeot.
There you go, Callum.
Crazy weekend.
You asked and you get it.
Yeah, that was experience of my life. Every day I got out of the car, and I was so afraid I didn't care if they fired me. And then by the time I'd go to bed, think about it, work on it, pray about it, work on it, think about it, pray about it, work on it, and be ready the next morning. And I'd get up and I'd be so hungry, get up there and take on that car. And And then about 3 corners, it'd hand me my ass. And I'd be, okay, let's just try to get up the road today. That's okay. Just don't wreck me. I'm okay. It really was. It was one of the most surreal experiences. And then by race day, I ended up winning the race.
Right.
I mean, you know, and really what ended up happening is the track turned out to be a popcorn fart, slicker than shit.
Uh-huh.
And Ari just pushed hard, just like the team told me.
Uh-huh.
But I qualified closer to Ari than Kankkunen did in the same car the year before. So I was 2 seconds quicker in the same car on the same road than Juha Kankkunen,
Yeah.
5-time world champion.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, back when I was young and still had a little bit in me. Boy, this back end of this thing gets to going, and it is just...
Yep. No. All right, we didn't hit the wall. We just kissed it. Oh, come on. Oh, all the way to the back. Shit. All right, now we really got some work to do. Callum asked if you ever met Michael Mouton.
Michelle Mouton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I have. And let me tell you, the only. Danica was okay. And I like her a lot more now that she's a Trump supporter. But Michelle Mouton, holy shit, dude. That was flat ass the shit. Ah. That woman could fucking drive like nobody's business.
Whoa, I'm downshifted an extra gear, dummy.
Yeah, Michelle Mouton. She's the one that my dad famously says, I don't mind if... I just don't want to see a French woman have the record at Pikes Peak. And I've got nothing against the French.
Wow.
That was my dad's quote. And she brought him out of retirement.
No kidding.
Yeah, so Michelle won Pikes Peak, set the record. And my dad, because he didn't like that, called Audi to get, and basically got her ride. And went up there and made Audi build a special car for him. And yeah, came out of retirement and went up Pikes Peak.
Wow.
Yep. Oh yeah, she was a good looking thing, I tell you. But what a driver. Yeah, what an amazing driver. Walter Roll was another one. Holy shit, was that man good. Those rally guys, I'm telling you, holy shit, are they... They're just a different breed. Like I said, what Ari did, and I used to think I was that guy.
Hi.
Fuck, he left me going, holy shit. I mean, car control, literally, like, can't fucking believe it, dude. Wow, I got this.
Oh, I almost wiped out
car
again.
Control. Oh, you bitch. Yeah, I might as well play Drifter, fucking seriously.
Well, seriously. Me and John almost tangled. We were both drifting opposite directions.
Second in this, or you go to first?
Where are you? Oh, that was you. That was you and me, not John Hill. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know what gear. I think I was in third.
Through that section up there?
No, second.
Second. Okay, so you're not going all the way to first.
No, I'm not using first at all. I think there's a spot you probably can, but I'm actually trying to overdrive a little bit, like the gearing, you know, like, because I'm just getting so much wheel spin.
Like, are you in third through this?
Second.
And then go to third?
Yeah. And then I'm hitting second for up this hill. Even though I probably could go first there, but I don't want it.
Yeah.
And yeah, second through this final part. Jesus. Oh, I was reading chat. Come on, brakes.
Well, I got to telling stories and almost missed the start of the race. Like, why are you guys lined up? Oh shit, they're gonna race.
I was getting ready to tell you. I was getting ready to interrupt. I was watching your window net in your left screen.
Yeah, when I raced here, that wall down the back wasn't there. And there wasn't the chicane world yet. That's how old I am. I got a lot of laps around here in a Skip Barber car. And this is where Skippy main headquarters was back in the day.
Right. Yeah.
Several weekends spent at this old place. Interesting area, and I was a kid. Get into trouble. I was chased by bikers from this racetrack to the Hartford Airport one time. I lost them by 2 exits before them.
Oh
before
my
I
God.
finally got to the race to the airport. Yeah.
Come on, turn.
Where'd Leo end up?
I think Leo had to go. He finished second in qualifying, but he had to go before the race.
Boy, my rear end is gone. I've got So how do you see your temperatures while you're running? You kind of can't.
No, I don't think that's in the menus. It's might be one of the dials on the dash. And if you had an external display, you could definitely have that. If I could let go of the wheel and touch my display, I might be able to go to a screen that has it.
I don't think it's on. I don't see. Well, I mean, there's one that says tire info.
Okay, so for tires, you'll only get them after a pit stop. So their
You
logic,
only get to,
you know, for like
so you don't.
NASCAR
Right.
setup, like you only get temps off of readings. I think like I'm not sure about an iRacing, but the F1 car might give you live data. It should. I don't run the Formula 1 car though, so I don't really know. I know in other sims you can get live data for tires.
I feel like I'm on course here.
I'm on steel rims.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do I have... Oh, I have a total S. Never mind. iRacing locks out live tire temps as an anti-cheat. Oh, come on, turn. Oh, don't turn that much, though.
Yeah, I've got no back end.
Yeah, I am driving this thing like a dragster. Or like it's raining. Yeah, I'm sure. Mine's blocked, Joa. Robbie is talking tire temps, though. Yeah, tires are definitely going away on this thing, though, huh? Yeah, you've had a similar experience, Heiko? His dad used to take him to see old-time racers for stories, and it was cool. That's what he was talking about. You need the dirt truck.
Yeah. Here, sorry, let me get out of your way, Jack. Yeah, boy, I went looking at my screen at that straightaway. It just don't last that long.
Ow. Whoa! Whoa! What did you do there, Cole? Shit, guy. Inside, inside. Next month, Robbie's going to tell us about the Pikes Peak lizards. Are you referring to the people who spend too many days in the sun or the actual lizards?
For what's that?
Joa said next month you're going to tell us a story about the Pikes Peak lizards. The pit lizards.
Oh, pit lizards. Those are the best lizards. That's why you always used to walk around with a couple extra pit passes in your pocket. That was called pit lizard bait. Oh, shit.
Simpit's got lizards. Yeah, we do.
Oh, don't take out the leader. I'm over here as far as I can go. I got the dirt. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Ooh, don't go into first there. Oh, Jesus. Tires are so bad that I don't even have to try to bleed off slowdowns. It just happens.
I swear there's nothing under my back end anymore.
Oh, they just finished. I was setting up to let them go. I thought they were racing to the line. Alright, white flag.
Wow, this is pathetic.
This is tough.
Yeah. This is a don't go show your...
Joe. Oh, I didn't have enough horsepower to flip it around again.
Much horsepower.
Alright. My number one fan is an 85-year-old lady. She sent me her under things last week, and I'd taken it to the track to use for a coffee filter, Joa. Just based on your earlier comment. Alright, Andrus Listens won the Hotlap Humpday portion, but it was Jack Fletcher who won the race. So congratulations to Jack I believe he took third in the qualifying portion, but he won the event. Great job. Andrus only 0.1 back, so it looks like they battled it out all the way to the very end. John Hill finished in third place. Great job. Great run by John Hill. And looks like me and Ken round out the top 5. You guys switched 7 to 8 times. That's awesome. Oh, I'm glad. Well, at least it sounds like you guys had a really good time, which is what it's all about. My whole goal for 2025 Hotlap Humpday is coming up with combos that will hopefully lead to fun. Hopefully we'll get some more drivers in here over the next couple months. I'm going to do my best to promo the events coming up and get some more drivers out here. And next month we're going to do something crazy again. It might be in the dirt and something that doesn't belong on the dirt. Might be something super tiny. Track-wise, car-wise, you never know. But we're going to make sure that the combinations are really built around having a good event each and every time. And we'll do our best to find free content when we can to ease the burden of finances on everybody. We'll try to pick things that are, you know, if we're going to pick an oddball car, maybe we'll make sure it's a really common track, things like that. Whatever we can do to make sure we can get the most drivers in, because that is what it's really all about, what we'll be trying to do. So, oh, Ken, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Great time. Tony loaded the wrong sweat setup. I was wondering, you look really loose and crazy there. Yeah, that makes sense then. So, awesome. Yeah, this car has too much power for this level of grip. Now, keep in mind, Andrus, as Joe pointed out, they will be racing these cars at this track this year. So it'll be really interesting. And, I mean, after having run it, honestly, I'm going to be interested to watch that race this year just to see how they do. I love watching the trucks on the road courses. Again, one of the greatest races, I can't remember what year it was about 10 years ago, one of the greatest races I ever saw was a truck race at Mossport, where they were literally bumping and banging for the last 2-3 laps of the race to determine the winner, and it was crazy. So I've always loved the trucks. They just seem to I don't know, they're always entertaining.
Yeah, they are.
All right, Andrus asks, what was the most overpowered car you ever drove? I think you already told us that, but Andrus is probably on track.
Probably the Peugeot. Well, you know, I mean, the Peugeot was, but you were driving on, like, basically imagine your hardwood floor, pour some sand on it, put some very hard wooden shoes on it, and try to walk across the floor. You know what I mean? So the level of grip was less than 0 at Pikes Peak of the days. So the Peugeot was 600 horsepower, 650 horsepower. That was out of a, 1600 cc turbocharged motor, though. Fair enough.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, that was an amazing number for what it was, but it was still only a 1.6 liter engine.
Right.
It was still only 600 horsepower. So really, if you get into powerful stuff, you're into sprint cars and stuff.
Right.
That's where shit's overpowered.
Right.
A non-wing sprint car is the hardest thing to hang on to in the world of motorsport.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it just is.
Oh,
Or a midget.
yeah.
So what you get into is power to weight, I guess, is what I'm
Sure.
saying.
Well, in those
And
cases,
then
even
down
wheelbase for stability.
Correct. So, and then air. Is there
Yeah.
air involved?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you say what's the most overpowered, when you say what's the wildest, okay, hard to drive,
Yeah.
then for sure that Peugeot was definitely the hardest car, most technical. It had the most working things in it. In other words, the rear steer, it wasn't like it just went one way, dude. So you're holding your steering wheel straight, okay? For the first, say, 10 degrees of turning, the rear turns with you.
Uh-huh.
So if you turn left 10 degrees, the left rears turn left, or the rear tires go left. Okay, from 10 degrees to, say, 90 degrees, a little further, right, halfway on the wheel, or, dead sideways, they come back to straight.
Whoa, because you've achieved you've already gotten turn.
Right, well, so what it's doing is you turn. Typically, they think you're gonna be loose, so the rear turns with you. If you have to turn more than that just initial turn in, that's maybe 15 degrees, right? If you turn more than that, then you're pushing.
Uh-huh.
So the rear tires go back to straight.
Yeah.
Let the back end come around. If you turn more than that, they think you're in a hairpin. Now the rear tires go opposite,
Oh,
turn to the
wow.
right.
Wow.
You follow what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an S
Yeah.
curve. So you literally had to, in your mind, know that sometimes to correct the situation, you have to put the wheel at a certain angle
To activate.
to get the rear tires pointed where you want them.
Sure. It's like having like a steering enabled DRS in the middle of a corner.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, this is the very first version of
Yeah.
it. So this car had that, which is the first version of that. This car also had, and I mean, this was I mean, dude, I mean, to go through the Peugeot race shop in the day, shit was covered up. I mean, I got to see all of this engine shit and this turbo stuff, but there was no turbo lag.
Right.
Zero turbo lag.
Wow.
Like none. It didn't exist. And they had all this trick Renault shit that these variable vanes and oh dude, there was some trick shit.
And like,
So
did they have a supercharger or anything to do low
no,
end? Nothing.
no, but what they had was they had two different runners. So if the manifold was like here and the engine was here, they had a runner that was short for your high speed for your top end stuff where it went into the engine. But then there was a loop that went big like this down into the engine. So on low RPM, it went through a long runner.
Ah, gotcha.
So it's basically like having a variable stack.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So it had that, and then the turbo had all these variable vanes that sped the air up on top of the cold side of the turbo, as well as they had a way to ignite into the exhaust. So if you were just idling, the exhaust could ignite to spin the turbo up.
Wow, because you're getting even
It
more
was some
pressure
trick
out of there.
shit.
That is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. But the hardest thing was literally the steering and a 6-speed gearbox.
Uh-huh.
You know, the power range was all of about 900 RPM. So, you know, you had a lot of room to work with on that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was like, you know, a 2-stroke motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
had to be, I mean, and it was just, and if you lost it, it had nothing, you know, so you had to shift out the ass. Don't forget, I was in a cast. I had a broken foot during
You
this.
either had full
I
power
was
or
on
no
crutches.
power.
Or no power, yeah.
Yeah.
And full power was crazy,
Uh-huh.
and no power was fucking nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was that car. There was a lot of moving parts. You really, that's why Ari was so good at it, because he created those moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, he was a driver that said, I need the back wheels to do this when I'm here because whatever. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So he knew going into a hairpin, he could flick and turn all the way. That would make the car rotate around, and then he could come the other way and actually go opposite, and it would catch the car.
Because
And then
he had all those
straight, and it
things
would
built
straight.
around his driving.
Exactly. So exactly.
Yeah.
So that car was made for him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I had to learn it. That's why my big thing was I did better in that car than Kankunen did in that car.
Sure.
Follow what I mean?
Yep.
And Ari used to tell me, Kankunen, I'm his bitch. He literally used to say it. No, that man, shit, that man is my hero. He says, that man, he says, I dream about being as good as Kankunen. That's what Ari freaking used to say.
Damn.
Right? You know, about him.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm looking at him going, shit, dude, you're doing things. Like, I got so screwed up early on with his ride, thinking that I needed to do what he did. Because he gave me that ride, then I go get in the car and tried it myself.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I made it not even a mile up the road, and I spun that car out, and it was a miracle of God I didn't go off the road. And then I just drove it like a street car.
Right.
My dad chewed my ass. You're never gonna. And Ari called Jean Todt and said, nope, we need more practice. And Ari got me 3 extra days of practice before the race.
Uh-huh.
that I finally got my head around the car, because you had to get your head around the car. You
Sure.
follow what I mean? There was feel,
Mm-hmm.
that was important, but it was, both had to go together. You had to have a feel, but then there was a technical shit
Sure.
that you had to understand.
It's like you said,
Follow
there's
what I
a
mean?
certain degrees that you could activate or deactivate, so to speak.
Yeah.
So you had to anticipate that was going to happen if you're going to cross those
Right.
moments, right? And then you had to
As you
learn,
are.
and then you also had to learn how to use those moments when you needed them. So it's like the car had a little design. It's like having a handbrake. It's like, hey, I'm not getting
And then forget.
right,
Don't forget, you had to forget what to do normally. In other words, I'm a two-wheel drive guy.
right,
So when the back end jumps out, what do?
right.
I correct.
Yeah, you
Correct.
counter steer,
You
sure.
correct in this car,
Yeah.
and you're fucking pointed the other way. And I did it like, I mean, I'm
Right.
going up a long sweeper, right? Like top of the mountain, I mean, like up top where it's real fast and wide and open and not a lot of stuff next to you,
Mhm.
right, to see. So you're really hauling ass. And I'm in this long sweeper, and that happened. I hit a slick spot. The car jumped sideways on me, so I quick give it a right to catch it. And that fast, now I'm fucking pointed off of the mountain, dude. And then I turned left, and that fast I was pointed back. It was holy
Yeah.
shit.
Damn.
I mean, that car would go wham, 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 wham so fast, like go 90 degrees to whatever, just because all the if you went too far with the steering wheel, motherfucking tires all went, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a different direction. So you had to forget all of the things that you knew since you were a kid on catching your ass. Think about it. Those normal things, responses to save yourself, you
Uh-huh.
couldn't do them. You had to think about what to do to save your butt.
21-year-old
Really hard
Robby
to do.
Unser is long on talent,
Really hard
but
to
short
do.
on
The
experience.
only car I've ever had to
In
drive,
2 previous races here, Robby was a winner
a
each
natural
time. But
response
this year he
didn't work.
graduated to a Peugeot 405.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't work. Yeah, there it is, right there.
Yeah, I just pulled up. That's 89.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's me. That's me right there.
They said you were long on talent but short on. They're talking about you being a rookie, saying how you had lots of talent but you're new to it.
The world couldn't believe it. The world could not believe that Vatanen picked, or that Todd picked me. Right? I mean, again, no fucking way. I shouldn't have been in that car. But Vatanen got me in, and I held my head up. I did a good job, you know?
Yeah.
It took a while. It kicked my ass. That was the most learning I ever did in my whole life.
That's a crazy car.
But it was, yeah. Oh, yeah. $300 a piece for those little black winglets, and there were stacks to the roof, 4 of them. That little winglet on the front there, that little thing.
Yeah.
That's what they were. Yeah.
Callum, I will.
One stack of the main note.
I'll work on that. So actually, yeah, I just looked at the clock. I got to get going here. Robby, everyone's wanting to get you into the Rally League. I'd like to get that sim experience working for you or help you. So I don't know if you're around tomorrow and you're on our Discord, send me a message.
I am. You've got my cell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just text me.
Okay.
When you get close.
Yeah, and then why don't we try to make sure we get your wheel working and try to get you up on our Rally League?
That'd be nice. Yeah. So what do I have to Rally League? That's downloading what?
It's EA Electronic Arts, EA WRC.
Okay.
And it's on Steam.
It's okay, so that's a Steam thing. I might have to have you help me.
Yeah, I'll get you through all.
But we can do that. I would love to do it. I do like the rally. I mean, in all honest, you can see as you're watching. Okay, we're still there. As I go up, you'll see on race day, because this video you're watching is from different days. Like that right there is race day that I'm watching right now.
Right.
It's real dusty.
It looks so slick.
It was, dude, it was so fucking slick. So that's one bobble I made. That's my only really bad one. But it's what won the race for me. Because I was so nervous, I was ready for what the fuck.
Yeah.
Ari wasn't, and he drove that some bitch in the ditch. So Jean Todt told me, he says, hey, he says, we knew Ari was going to get us a record,
Right.
but we know Ari. He might wreck.
Yeah. It's one or
But
the
we
other.
needed someone that was going to win anyway. He says, you did your job. You
Yeah.
won the race for me.
So awesome.
Like, okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
So yeah, for our rally, each rally is 6 stages. Each stage is like, maybe 5 to 10 minutes long.
Okay.
Some of them are longer than shorter. There's a couple of repair stages, fixes. And
Okay.
then we run a different rally each week. You run it on your own time, so you can run it any day you want. And it just, because it's rally, because we're not on the track at the same time. And then if you're in our league,
So you just go on and you just make your runs, get your times, and then you guys.
And then it puts it on the leaderboard.
Okay.
And then I'm covering the leaderboard every Friday.
Yeah, I'd probably like to do that. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I really enjoy the rally cars in iRacing, and I have to say I probably do the best at that. I mean, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I got my A rating on that quicker than anything.
I need to do. I haven't made my run for this week. I need to do that first thing tomorrow morning. Or not first thing, but tomorrow morning. So I'll probably contact you around then and just see if you're available.
Yeah.
And we'll try to get that wheel dialed in, and we'll get the rally going.
Yeah, that would be fun. They are my favorite kind of cars. They're by far my favorite drivers.
Right.
I've got a lot of stories. They're great people. Out of groups of drivers, the rally guys really are the coolest.
Right.
They're the most, they've done everything. They're better guys to hang out with. They're very humble. They're very simple. They've been all over the world. They're extremely cultured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're not prima donnas.
Right.
Like you get. They're just really a good group of guys.
That's
like
cool.
Sebastian Loeb. I mean, I got to be around him when he went up Pikes Peak for the 25th anniversary, and I mean, fuck, what a talent!
Uh-huh.
I mean, holy shit, that guy was good. But yeah, those guys. Of all of the things I didn't get to race in real life that I am, bummed about, or that I retired without doing, and that was rally race.
And it seemed like it would be such a shoe-in too.
I tried at the end, and it just never worked. Now, there's an aspect with the co-driver and stuff that I don't know. God kept me out of it, because maybe that would have been a problem for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But for sure, like the known courses or the rally cross stuff, like there's my Pikes Peak car, the purple car there at the open wheeler with that cut wing.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that one there. Yeah. That's interesting. Where are you looking at that?
I'm on YouTube. Or actually, no, this is a Google search for videos. You're like a kid. Look at that double.
That's my baby. That's my baby right there. I designed that car. I had a dream and woke up and built that car. I woke up and started drawing on a napkin and built that car.
It looks like an RC.
That car it's part fucking sprint car, part Indy car, fucking with big old wings. That car at 90 miles an hour weighed 4,500 pounds, sitting still weighed 1,800 pounds in real life. It was the highest coefficient car that ever went through General Motors wind tunnel.
It's all wing.
That was the baddest thing. I've never. Now, if you say what car turned you on the most to drive, you're watching it right now.
Now, if you had a lever for that one that could create lift, you could probably just take off based on your speed, right?
If you ran it, that one would definitely stick to a tunnel if you wanted to run in upside down.
Right.
But that beat the Peugeot. So the morning after my Peugeot run, I have a meeting with Jean Todt. Jean Todt tells me, and there, I blew the engine, motherfucker. That would have been a 9-minute, 9:50 run. Right there. I cried.
That was a mid-engine?
That was my mid, yeah. Oh, first time Motec. The first time that electronic Motec had ever gone at Pikes Peak was in that car right there. And we had a regular manual fuel pump. Yeah, we helped Motec design that deal. Now, somewhere in there is going to be that car. Look up, left, 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 left.
Oh,
Go upward there. Go to that guy.
hold on. I.
Now, this is the record run in the
Oh,
car.
the one I turned on. Okay.
This one here. Yeah, well, yeah, the one you turned on the wing, mounted behind me.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to see here at about turn, these next left-handers, you're going to see me look out the right side of the car because there's something shaking really bad. I got a bent wheel.
Just from running.
No, the fucking guys put on the wrong wheel.
Oh.
Right here, right coming out of this corner, you're going to see me look back. See me look
Yeah,
back?
yeah.
So if I can look back, I got a spent wheel, so I'm kind of lifting through this shit. I'm really taking it easy because I don't know what's wrong.
Right.
But about halfway up, I get pissed and say, fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. I lose to Rod Millen by 1.5 seconds. I left 10 seconds on the bottom there.
Uh-huh.
And that was TRD's factory unlimited car that I raced against with Rod Millen. I had Les Unger, the head of TRD, come up to me at the beginning of this race and tell me, you fucker, I mean, we were good friends, but he teasing me, you son of a bitch, you cost me $1.5 million. $1.5 million I had to spend to be able to outrun you. And he wouldn't have fucking beat me had I not had that wheel
Right.
on the car. But this is one of the best runs, and this run right here had the record. That helicopter you see in the picture couldn't keep up.
I
with
saw
me.
that. Yeah. No, you were leaving it in the
Can't keep up
dust.
with- Yeah, he can't keep up with me. This record, 10:05, stayed a record, and they didn't beat it till about 4 years after the whole road was paved.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
And you have like what? That's like a sprint car engine. That's like a monster V8.
Yeah, 420 V8. Yeah.
All right, and then
Sprint
what?
car,
Rod was in.
upright.
Rod was in this little Celica. Is that was he in?
Is in his Celica. Yep, in that Celica. Absolutely. Yep.
And big wings. We'll talk about
Yeah,
that,
that was our big. That one right there. Yeah, the Celica. That was our big fight.
And that's the view you're going to get from the front of this
Fucker, he shouldn't have. Rod and I are really good friends. You know, my rookie year, I ran a Mazda for him.
Right.
823.
Oh, listen to that turbo, Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh no. And I've got rules. He's unlimited
Uh-huh.
on fuel, weight, every fucking thing. I've got certain pounds per cubic inch. I can run only methanol, no nitro. You know, I and
That snort. That was like a 1.8 liter turbo.
I never raced against anybody in my class. I was always racing the class beyond.
Rod ran. Was it Rod who ran the Tacoma mid-engine?
Yeah. Truck, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This used to be on TV back in the day, like,
Big
you know,
time,
on like, you know, it might be on Thursday Night Thunder, you know, like all the, man, there used to be so many cool racing shows on back in the day.
Yeah, I know. In 04, I ran a Subaru.
Uh-huh.
So I ran a Subaru WRX in 04. I go up there to run for a guy named Koseki, a Japanese guy who's one of the biggest people in Subaru. So I show up there with this right-hand drive fucking car. You get to looking at this car. The windshield wipers, there, the Subaru's right there, that purple one. It's this purple right there. That's my Subaru for Koseki. Okay?
Yeah.
Right-hand drive. I'm so fast in this little fucking Subaru that I'm outrunning the open wheelers and I'm outrunning the fucking unlimited cars. They don't know how to get rid of me. So it rains race days. You can see race day, it's all muddy. They make a rule that I have to run on the tires I've been practicing on all week. It caused a big deal. I cussed them out. Oh shit, dude, I was uninvited from Pikes Peak for fucking years after that. It was a big deal. And I still beat all them cocksuckers except for one fucking guy. Only one fucking person could beat that. Now, understand that was the slowest class up on the mountain.
Right.
Passenger car class.
Yeah.
But that car showed up, and this was in the years. This is when Pro Drive used to run, you know, the Subaru with their rally things and stuff. Yeah, that's my Pikes Peak truck. That's the biggest downforce truck.
It's just a
Without a
wedge.
wing.
It's a wedge,
Yeah.
right?
No, I took the front window and the back window out, and I made the roof a wing, and I ran the air through the bed. Fuck, dude, that was a badass truck right there. That son of a bitch. Except a bleeder stuck on me, and I fucking ended up
Well, I mean, that's another thing, though. I mean, like,
right there.
you're still carbureted back then, right?
Oh, yeah, dude. No,
So,
well, I'm just developing electronics.
because, I
But-
mean, you're changing how many feet in elevation and trying to deal with the
Well,
carburetor?
we used to have dial-a-jets.
Uh-huh.
So you had a dial thing on your dash.
Okay.
And lean it out as you go up. So
Yeah, because, I mean, if you ran it lean enough to be fast down at the bottom, you'd burn it up by the top, right?
Well, if you ran it lean enough to be fast at the top, it'd burn up at the bottom. But yes.
Okay, I got it backward, but yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Like, for example, in the old days, I couldn't start my car in Colorado Springs.
Right.
Like, I didn't even start it until I was at the start line, or the gate.
Yeah.
So there's the gates at about 8,500 feet, right? And then, the start line's at about 9,800 feet, and then you go up, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even start my car down at, 5,000 and 6,000 feet, which is in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Not even to fucking do the valves.
Right.
Could not start it. It did not start. Yeah. Yeah, it was. So that little Subaru ProDrive used to be running. I showed up there because, again, I was driving for a badass from Subaru. So the WRC motor that wasn't in the ProDrive was in that car. That car had both anti-lag systems in it.
Mm-hmm.
All of the fucking interior of the car, so the dash, right? It looked like a passenger car, dude. You got in it, it looked just like a Subaru.
Right.
Okay? But it was all paper thin carbon fiber. Every button did something else. So the fucking windshield wipers turned on the anti-lag boost. The fucking the twist to see if they're high, low, or you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Turned on whether you had your extra fuel stuff, like all of that. It was like all this weird stuff. No button did what it was supposed to do. It was all fucking trick shit.
Uh-huh.
All carbon fiber. The whole fucking thing. The door wasn't even a pound and a half. The doors.
That's awesome.
It was so fucking light.
But it looked it.
So
But it
fucking
looked
bad.
it.
But it looked like a stock fucking car. And we went up there and kicked the crap out of them, but they fucking didn't. They did not know what to do with the slowest car winning overall. They couldn't have it.
Sure. No, it's supposed to not work that way.
So they fucking. But yeah, no, I used to enjoy Pikes Peak.
Awesome. Yeah, no doubt. All right,
But yeah, we
everyone.
used to have to-
I'm going to bring
All right,
this one to a
take care.
close. Yeah, I got to get going. Plus, I want to leave more stories for next month's edition of Hotlap Humpday Wacky Combos and Story Time with Robby.
I do know Guy Martin. Last thing I saw there. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will be back on the third Wednesday of next month. I will do my best to contact Robby tomorrow and get him do a little technical support for his steering wheel and get him in some WRC with us all. And be sure to put it in your calendars. The third Wednesday of every month is Hotlap Humpday. Next month, we're going to be in a totally different combo. I promise you that. It will be completely different than what we did here today, and it'll definitely be fun. So thank you for joining us. Robby, great job today. Thank you for being here, hanging out, telling us some cool Pikes Peak stories. Totally enjoy that.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Cool.
And, yeah, get out there, do some sim racing, everybody. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole. That's Robby Unser. And we will see you on the track.